did a video, and unfortunately I sent it to kid so it was for kids. So I changed that to private, or changed it to not made for kids. But um I don't know if anyone's awake. If they are, they're welcome to join. I just wanted to say hi to everybody while I gave my cats like a midnight snack or 11 p.m. snack. And, I guess I don't know. I talked about a lot of things, but in my last one, which was just a few minutes ago, but then I realized, yeah, I don't know. I got cut off, first of all, but I don't know why I got cut off, but yeah, so I'm out of churros. I gave them churros. I was talking about the Charlie Sheen documentary. Like, I'm almost done with it, but I went to the dentist today, and yeah, I feel like, ugh, I got a root canal. I mean, I can't think of anything worse than getting a root canal. Like, talked about this in my last video. Like, so some of this is redundant if you watch the last one. Um, yeah, so I've had a bunch of medical things this year that I need to get done. I'm gonna turn 50 next year, and one of them was a colonoscopy, and yeah, so um, one of them was a colonoscopy, and like I said, I don't even remember it. So anyone that's I urge anyone who's turning 50 or in their late 40s to, get a colonoscopy, because, people are afraid to do stuff like that. I think it'll hurt, but so I went in and he almost fell off the counter. I swear this stuff is like kitty crack, or I'm sorry, kitty Coca-Cola. Um, which reminds me of Charlie Sheen, but I'll get to that in a second. Um, they're Franny trying to squeeze the last. Oh, unfortunately, these are the last TREATS I have. Yeah. Can you get any out? Don't worry, he got a lot earlier. He got most of it. Look at his little head. Can you do a jump? Can you do a jump? Oops. No? Okay. I swear he squeaks. He doesn't meow, he squeaks. But yeah. So anyway, so yeah, I got my dental work done today, and it wasn't like the colonoscopy. Like the colonoscopy, they knocked me out, and I remember waking up, okay? And I remember waking up and I said, when are you gonna start it? When are we gonna start? And they said, we already did it. Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher your name. Smeme. Sorry. How you doing? Um, yeah, so I'm just feeding my cats and talking about my life. Um, so anyway, yeah, so it wasn't bad. Like the colonoscopy was not bad, and I'm sure people are like, why are you talking about that? But you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's life, it's medicine, But yeah, so I went in and like I said, sorry, I'm in a lot of pain right now, guys. I mean, getting a root canal is not fun. And like I said, in my earlier video, the left side or the right side of my face is completely it's so swollen, and it's so if you go back and look at my earlier videos about my recovery, I think it's day 15 and day 14. If you go and look at those videos, day 14 of detox or whatever, um I look pretty good in those videos. My face isn't as swollen, but now it's, yeah. Hi Zadine, how are you? These are my cats. This is Monty. And this is Franny. But yeah, so after I got my colonoscopy, it was so funny because obviously, you're on what's it called? The stuff that Michael Jackson was on, propofol. And um yeah, it was wild. I mean, I was saying things I basically I remember everything I said, but I didn't have a filter. And my doctor was really cute, so I was trying to give my doctor my number. It was funny. Yeah, he's like, I'm married. Of course, they're all married, right? Yeah. Anyway, just my luck. But what he said to me, he's like, he was joking. He's like, you can come back anytime. He's like, you can feel free to come back. I live in America, obviously, American accent, but um, like I want to say the city I live in, but privacy and all that stuff. But let's just say like it's in the middle of the country. Um, but yeah, did anybody see the Charlie Sheen documentary? And by the way, tomorrow, like I know this is terrible, but I mean, actually, like maybe at midnight. Oh my God, that's in 20 or 30 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes. I can't count. But like like maybe it'll premiere because it's premieres on Friday, like the Ed Gein thing with Charlie Hunnam. Like, I know it's horrible, but I can't wait for that. I can't wait for it. Like, I'm so excited. Like, he's such a good actor and so cute and everything. And yeah, I'm gaga over him. But yeah, I mean, it's not great, to like glorify serial killers. Ugh, but it is what it is. Same, bro. I'm not a bro. I sound like a bro, huh? I'm sure I do. I have a really deep voice, but um, yeah. So that was I was talking about the colonoscopy and like, so today, I'm talking about that because today when I went in, they gave me the laughing gas. And I was listening to the Charlie Sheen documentary while I had the laughing gas, but watch Last Kids On. What is that? Last Kids On? I don't know what that is, but yeah. So I'm going to do a close up. Hi, Mai. You want look at him? He's so distinguished, huh? He does that. That's him showing off. He's really like a social cat. He loves people. I don't know, but he does. He loves people. He loves dogs. I think he thinks he's a dog. I used to actually take him out on a leash, and all the neighbors loved him. He was a big hit. And of course, Franny's a big hit too, but he's a little more shy. He's not shy to me, but say hi, Franny. Say hi. You want to do a boop? Boop. Yeah, they want more treats, but I know it's funny, Zadine, isn't it? Yeah. So I don't know what Last Kids on Earth is, but maybe I'll look it up. I wonder if there's any left. Like they love to get like, even the last of it. I don't know what's in it. I wish my last video, like I hadn't set it for kids because, you know, ASMR. Um, so yeah, so today when I went to the dentist, I had the laughing gas and like it didn't, I don't know. It's not like being under anesthesia, but I don't know. It just kind of makes you a little more relaxed. But they put this big thing in my mouth, and I already have like on the right side of my mouth, like I have, I was born like with kind of a birth defect where I can't bite down on the right side, and all my teeth are like shifting. Like I had braces for years and an incisor, which is like a torture device basically. Which like it makes your jaw bigger, but you put a key in and you turn the key. I remember going to my orthodontist in the 80s, and like he was like, you know what? we're gonna do it all at once. So I went in and he turned the key and turned the key and turned the key and turned the key, and I mean, like, I felt like my jaw was gonna explode, like it kept getting bigger and bigger and like, or like more and more painful. And like tears were just coming down my face. And like, I swear, like, why don't they put people out for that? Like, even kids. I mean, come on. Yeah, it's better now. I think it's better now. I don't know. But so I'm going to go to orthodontist. Like, I have yeah, a lot of dental work in front of me, which going to the dentist is never fun. Yeah, damn right. Yeah. You fell for ice cream? I fall for ice cream too, but I'm trying to go back to being like a vegan, because I've seen what happens on dairy farms and it's not good, factory farms, not good. And plus, I have so many animal friends. And next time I go to the farm, I'm gonna, you know, do a live video there and people can see all the animals. I think they'll like that. Yeah, so when I was in the dental chair today, I was just trying to think about something else, but they put this thing inside, like on the right side, and I have so much pain over there. You know, the thing that like holds your mouth open? And it was like jamming into my bottom gums, and then they just left it there, and my mouth is like hanging open, and it hurt. So at one point, like, the laughing gas was like, pretty strong, and I just yanked it out. Yanked it out, which you're not supposed to do, but it is what it is, right? And the dentist came back and he yelled at me. He's like, "You're not supposed to do that. I told you not." Dude, I have my earphones on. I'm listening to the Charlie Sheen documentary, and I have laughing gas, so I didn't hear what you said. Like, I didn't hear him say that, but yeah, ouch is right for real. But so, what countries are you guys from? Um, like obviously, like I just said, I'm from. That's nobody. He's so cute. He's got these tiny little, like, big body and these tiny little dwarf legs. So um, Iaggi. What does that mean? Iaggi, is that the city that you live in? So it says 0 people are on. I don't know why it says that. It says 0 or 1. It says 1 person and then 2 likes or something. Yeah, I guess everyone else is asleep. I mean, um, yeah, Jamaica, like, oh my God. Like, I want to visit so bad. I'm so jealous of you. Like, do you live on the ocean? Like, I love the ocean. Like, so I lived in North Carolina and I lived in California. So I got to live on both coasts and they're so different. Like, North Carolina, like, the water is really like, you live on the ocean. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. Oh man, I'm gonna come visit you someday because I need a vacation. When they let me take a vacation, I'm kind of bound here because I have legal issues, if people don't know. Yeah, it's not good, but I have to stay here for a while. It sucks. Ugh, like, I can't even leave the state right now. Yeah. For those who don't know, I'm a recovering addict, so no judgments, please. Um, and yeah, I don't want to go into everything on my legal stuff right now, but I'm just trying to have a good night, not try to think about it. That's all I can do is just go on with my life. I've been clean for 9 months now, almost 10 months. I'm proud of myself. Um, I am taking like medicine to help me, with that, but need to try the KFC HAR. I don't know what that is. Um, like to her people. Yeah, like me, please, like me. Yeah. Um, I don't really care about followers and likes and all that stuff, but it's nice to have people watching and stuff. I don't know, and just talk about everything and yeah. Um, but so when I was watching the Charlie Sheen documentary, so like, has anyone seen Two and a Half Men? Do they know I mean, I'm sure you know who Charlie Sheen is, right? I mean, like I grew up in the 80s, so you couldn't avoid him, you know? Um, he was everywhere. And like, I don't know. I love Charlie Sheen. I can't help it. He's done a lot of bad things, but it is what it is. Um, it was so funny though. Like I don't mean to laugh at people's struggles, but I mean he was laughing, and like you have to have a sense of humor about this stuff, right? But John Cryer like hated him. Like he oh my God, he did not hold back. He was his co-star in Two and a Half Men, for those who don't know, but like he was saying, and I'm referring to the Charlie Sheen documentary on Netflix. It's called um, AKA Charlie Sheen. So anyone that hasn't watched it, like watch it. Like it's crazy. Like he was really drunk on a plane and they let him fly the plane and he almost crashed it. Like you can't make this stuff up. I mean, I've been through a lot of wild experiences too. I mean, that's just what you go through when you have substance abuse problems, like it just is what it is. I never flew a plane drunk. I mean, maybe I should have, I don't know, and there was like tons of passengers on it and stuff. Yeah, there's none left. They're tapped out. But poor guys. I'll give them their kibble. It's hard to do this with one hand. Ooh, they don't like their kibble though. They're too spoiled. They're spoiled cats, aren't you? But you're cute though. You're cute. Yeah. Monty just sits there. It's so funny. Like Franny gets right in my face, but Monty is too cool for that. Like he'll sit back, look at them. I don't know what they put in those things, but it's crazy. But yeah, Monty will just sit back, like that's his perch, and just wait for his food, like he's the king. You wish you had a cat? Oh, you have a dog? I see. I wish I had a dog. I mean, I love my cats, but so yeah. So I'm staying with my mom right now, and she's sleeping. I don't want to wake her up, so I'm gonna try to be quiet. But um, so if I cut off, like it means she woke up. Um, I don't even know how to cut off. Like I don't know anything about like this is my first live video, or actually my second. Like I made one a few minutes ago, but I think I'm gonna delete that one because I don't think anybody watched it, and I'm kind of repeating everything I said in that video. So, but yeah, back to the Charlie Sheen documentary. So John Cryer hated him. Like uh, he said just to give people an idea of what it was like to work with Charlie Sheen. Like I had when I started working with him, I had my hair, and I don't now. Um, and I don't know, like it started to affect his work, like his Coca-Cola use started to affect his work. And, like he started to forget his lines and like just wouldn't show up, you know. I don't mean to laugh, but like I said, I mean, even Denise Richards, like she was laughing. She said, you have to have a sense of humor about this stuff. But yeah, so I don't know. Like it was just so funny, like all the stuff like he went through and like I don't remember if I said this in this video or the last video, but so he was taken off to rehab. They had an intervention. I'm not a big fan of interventions, I'll be honest with you. I think it's kind of bullying. I think maybe if they do have an intervention, maybe one person, maybe not every single person trashing you. Like I just don't think like that's what they did to Kurt Cobain, and I honestly think that's what sent him off the edge. He was a really sensitive person, and like he was just really not the same after that. although we don't know really what happened to him, but um, I mean, we do, but you know, message retracted. What did you say? Nah, but anyway, yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. So, he had that incident like in Aspen and like with his ex-wife Brooke Mueller, and that's the interesting thing is like everybody that he was involved with was in this documentary. Like his ex-boss, his ex-co-star, who they both don't like him, his two ex-wives. Um, they didn't have the first ex-wife, and they only had one of his kids, Lola, I think her name is. Um, and she said she was getting bullied during that whole time where he was like, duh, winning, you know. I loved him during that time. Like I know he was going through a lot, but it was kind of funny, I mean, like he's standing there on TV saying, that they're like, "Are you on any drugs right now?" He's like, "Yeah, I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen." And they said, "Are you bipolar?" He said, "No, I'm bi winning. Duh." Oh man, like you can't help but like love the guy. I hate to say it. And like, by the way, I don't know if those who don't know, like, oh, bye, Zadine. Thanks for joining. Um, I think I need to have more cat footage because I think more people would watch. If they don't want to hear me go on about Charlie Sheen. Um, Monty's drinking some water. He said, "No, I'm drinking water." He says, "Why are you filming me? I'm a star." Here's some ASMR for people. But yeah, so trying to think of what else. Like he was just wild, man. He was wild. I mean, that's why the song "Wild Thing." When I think of that, I think of him. Because they played that song in Major League. Yeah, so I don't know how old or young people are if they remember all this stuff, but yeah, he was such a big celebrity. He still is, but I mean, he hasn't been anything in a while because of his health struggles. For those who don't know, he has HIV. Um, and I remember him saying like, oh, hold on, my cat's just started a noise. Wait, that's weird. Huh? That was fine. Okay, I have to go. How did you? How are you?